Dangin Nira, dan am itarin uframevna, nen buns molulma. Lesson 23. The Human Body. Following our theme of vocabulary-centered lessons, we will now be discussing the human body. While we will not be getting as specific as an anatomy class, there are certain body parts that should be quite familiar to you, and for which you should know the words in Dangin Nira. Let's dive right in. Turva, head. Mara, face. Kova, eye. Spida, nose. Gworilka, mouth. Snara, lip. Tepikata, chin. Punena, cheek. Onga, ear. Sfifa, hair. Bura, neck. Mubna, shoulder. Losta, arm. Nopra, elbow. Halgra, hand. Nipta, finger. Prinda, nipple. Poka, belly button. Davna, leg. Benga, knee. Kupsa, foot. Kemina, toe. Begda, butt. Lurula, tongue. Tlolga, stomach. Homenda, lung. Orkalkoma, heart. Vinisha, liver. Urdola, kidney. Isuna, penis. Hamana, vagina. Suvza, skin. Takna, bone. Roka, skull. Runa, blood. We most often talk about our body when part of it hurts. To say this, we use the verb takroi, to pain, in the passive. For example, sinturva takroak would mean, my head is pained, or more idiomatically, I have a headache. This can also be used to describe when a bodily function is painful. Unlike in English, where we usually say, it hurts to do this, in Dangin Nira, we have to say, I am pained when I do this. For example, if we define insoi as to urinate, then we have takroas elorm insos. It hurts to pee. Pain is usually the sort of symptom you report to a doctor when you visit a hospital, but there are a couple other common ones. Runisleioi, which means to spill the blood of, is used intransitively with kub to mean to bleed. For example, sin venga kub runisleiok would mean my knee is bleeding. Hanabadadoi means to be dizzy or lightheaded, and vivisoi means to have a fever. So, for example, Get zonom bordikoim mebietem in forma arteg hanabadadom or vivisom. You shouldn't work today because you're lightheaded and have a fever. These next two are used with the adverb yahuldorg, constantly. Kaupoi, to sneeze, and kalkoi, to cough. If you currently have a cold, you can't just use the present progressive because that would mean you're coughing or sneezing at this very instant. And you can't use the nomic because that would mean you cough or sneeze every day of your life. Yahuldork is used to show that you're coughing and sneezing a lot right now, but not right this instant, and it's not permanent. So, Kalkos Yahuldorg would mean, I have a cough. Let's move on to a little grammar, starting with an adjective prefix, hook. This can be translated as un or non or in, and connotes an opposite. For example, using Yahuldin, constant, we get huk Yahuldin, or inconsistent. Similarly, huk kuyudin would mean not special or drab and ordinary, and huk ruzgalin would mean incomplete, and huk Amerikin would mean un-American. Now it's been a while, but it's time for a new verb tense, the future perfect. This tense denotes an action a little less far in the future than something else, or an action that will be completed in the future, and is usually said in English with will have done. Our active tense marker is elipti. Let's use our new verb taupoi to sneeze. Taupeliptis. I will have sneezed. Taupeliptim. You will have sneezed. Taupeliptik. He, she, or it will have sneezed. Taupeliptizer. One will have sneezed. As usual, eb can be used to pluralize the first three. For example, defining lasvoi as to bet, then we have lasvos kid largen helicolis sigluces mergmedieta mendusa misor taupeliptis artegmosor molis cuselsin. I bet that before I speak to my sister this evening, I will have sneezed again, because I am and will be sick. The passive tense marker is albitri. For example, taking naghopoi to mean to shun, we have naghopalbitris. I will have been shunned. Naghopalbitrim. You will have been shunned. Naghopalbitrik. He, she, or it will have been shunned. Naghopalbitrizer. One will have been shunned. For example,
Nebfaskin nihapa naghopalbitris tasino ebnakre tangles kolwuna.
Next week I will have been shunned by my parents for 5 years. So, in summary, you learned how to talk about symptoms with your doctor, how to make opposite adjectives, how to use the future perfect, and another busload of vocabulary. Once again, it would behoove you to make flashcards for the new vocabulary, as you should know all of it for moving on to the next lesson.